Hey everybody, first quick note, we are closed from Wednesday afternoon until Monday morning, so for all intensive purposes, don't contact me any time other than the specified times, which is only really Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Watch the videos and you'll figure it out, but if you want to get in the bad books, just contact me after school Wednesday, between then and school Monday morning, or 7:30am Monday morning, and we can arrange that for you. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about in this one is cracked pistons and how many cracked pistons and engine replacement and stuff like that. Now, I call from about December through to about May seems to be cracked piston season. That's what I call it. That's when it's like about the same as fox season. If it's fox season, it's cracked piston season, because that's when we seem to hear more cracked pistons. I don't know why, but I would say there's probably been less this year. So last year I thought there was more than the year before, and now this year, I'm going, well, there's less than last year, but similar. So, and there's not a lot in our community of people that listen and do the right maintenance, look after the vehicle, follow the recommendations. Generally, most people don't have a problem, and if they do, there's always a reason. It's going to be one of those very, for whatever reason, the injectors got done a bit late, or anyway, let's not go into that in this video. Let's go into, I think we've only actually installed bugger all out of our cracked piston engines. I don't even think, have we installed one or none? No, this is how busy we are. I think we've done one engine this year, and it wasn't a cracked piston fun engine. It was a 300,000k vehicle that was going to the not usual mechanic. You would have seen it in the videos. For all the regulars that watch and you're wondering what's going on, well, this is your update. That's it. That's the only person that's contacted me for a cracked piston. So either we're no good, or maybe we're too expensive, I don't know. But look, you get what you pay for. Pay once, get it done right. And it's cheaper than getting a new engine at your Toyota dealer. It's better than getting a rebuilt engine. Surely by now everyone knows about these rebuilt engines, right? Oh, no, you don't? Okay, because I know there's heaps of people buying rebuilt engines. So there's obviously a lot of other cheap places putting engines in and rebuilt engines getting sold, because I hear from, how do I know? Well, I hear from people, it's the poor man pays twice thing, this has happened, what can you do to help? And unfortunately, when you've gone and got an engine somewhere else in a used second hand, look, I can't do it. I can only help with the prevention, so preventative maintenance recommendations and rectification. If you've followed my prevention and it happens to you, we'll do our best to help out. Put in the comments, who can tell me where the Prado Hilux 1KD FTV engine replacement hospital is? Just general, roughly what area, you know what I mean? Like, if you've been there and you know too much information, don't put that. But if you haven't been, but you just watch videos and you go, well, I think it's in, that sort of area, right? So just proves you've been watching, and that's good. Let me know, because I'm curious to look at the names of the people that know what's going on, right? And I suppose, unfortunately, the bloody hints in the video. I mean, if you look in the camera right there and see the picture, but I reckon at about 3.5 minutes, we've lost most people that are not going to listen to the, the waffling, the yapping, too much yapping. Anyway, so there's been bugger all cracked pistons. In the cracked piston fun, I think this season there's been one or two, something like that. And I think that there's been a couple, don't get me wrong, so we've sold a few engines, but nothing out of our, only that, I think it was one cracked piston engine out of our supply, where I'm sort of headed now in that direction. There was one install that was out of our stock of new engines that isn't part of the cracked piston fund. So let's say 2 engines went out of there this year. I think that's it. I could be wrong, but I think that's it this year. There could be more, you never know. And there's been a few on the West Coast. So I've sold a few engines on the West Coast, so we source engines direct from dealers. We've got contacts, hopefully get the right price, save you some money, hopefully, and hopefully a few bucks for us to cover the time we put into it, trying to help you out. So it doesn't always work out. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. Sometimes you know someone better than us, but all I'm going to say is I recommend you do the maintenance, you find out about the cracked piston fund, you need a new engine for whatever reason, only get a brand new, genuine long motor, right? A new engine, not a used engine. If you get a used engine, a rebuilt engine, a short motor, it's kind of, you'll find it hard to trust the vehicle again. Now, if you reckon you can trust it, risk it for the biscuit, no worries. But my recommendation is don't do that. Just go for the new stuff. And if you missed the maintenance from the start because you didn't have the car new and you don't really know the history, fuel contamination, who's worked on it, contamination in the injectors, removing the fuel pipes, all these factors that are often unknown, then with a new motor, with it done right, at least one of our workshop partners, if we can't do it, at least then you've got your best chance. You've got a new heart in the beast, so you start again. And that leads me to another video that I've been meaning to re-mention. I've got a few customers, one in particular started it. He said, you've got to tell your people, fix the heart before the Botox. And that's, I suppose, comes down, it's related to maintenance, because we do see these vehicles coming in for inspections or whatever, and, you know, I'm going to do a deal on inspections soon, some, you know, cheap, some free ones, some cheap ones. We're going to bulk them in, make them shorter, and just boom, boom, give you an idea of what you're looking at. And if you need one for free, stay tuned. If you need one cheap, stay tuned. If you can afford to pay for one, that's cool too. Somebody's catching up pretty quick. Let's move over and see what sort of a rocket ship this is. Someone's in a hurry. We had another car in a hurry before. That had blue and red lights on top. That was an ambulance, so that's cool. Let's have a look at this one. What's this? What's this truck, mate? He's not mucking around, mate. It's a Tundra. Ho ho! Mate, there is a Tundra. Is that an import job? The Tundra just goes for it, doesn't it? Look, I'll tell you what, I might get a Tundra next. I'll tell you what, if they bring them in, legit, you know, Toyota dealer Tundra, I might get one. Let's see what engine they put in it. And I might not even care if it's a petrol hybrid. I won't be getting a diesel. It'll be petrol, or petrol hybrid would be ideal. But as long as it looks like I saw one today, that Ford one, the big black Ford. Mate, it was jacked up at the front. Is this a new trend? It just looks stupid. Like, you know, someone's done a modification on the suspension and lift, and the front's twice as high as the rear. It just looked ridiculous. Anyway, back to what we're talking about for a minute. A few people in a hurry. He's gone, mate. What's he doing? Probably 140, something like that. No worries, mate. Beautiful. And you know what I say? This road was probably designed for 160, 180 k's an hour. It's pretty straight. And if you can drive, that's fine. As long as you slow down when you go past around all the people that can't drive, and you watch out for those. Don't forget to smile. And those other, you know, cars parked in the middle there and all that sort of thing. Not saying that's what I do, but I'm just saying I don't really have a problem with it, because as long as you got everything else right, you're not going to have a problem. But, you know, some people have a problem with it, so fair's fair, you know, rules were made because a lot of people can't drive. So anyway, I've gone way off topic. Isn't that awesome? Because it's a nice sunny day and I'm headed off and I'm going to do a bit of relaxing. I'm going to do a bit of work, and I don't want any text messages. So when you know what, it's time to do another video, have a bit of a yap, and tell everybody, don't contact me on Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday or after hours. A lot of people, you know, I see the phone in the morning and there's all these messages, you know, and I might be having a look at 7:30 on Wednesday morning. And there's all these messages from Monday or Tuesday night or whatever day it is, you know, asking all these questions at 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. Like, what are you thinking texting a message at that time of the day? And then I check it in the morning at 7:30, and then I put the phone down because it's not work time yet, because that's not the time. And then, of course, the message is gone. There's no more red dots, and that's where you sort of miss out. So you've really got to, I can only help the people that are on my program. That's why I tell you what my program is, right? I say what I do what I say and all that. And then those people that want the help, you get on the program and you'll be happy. The ones that don't get on the program, they'll be the ones that ring me in another 2 years, like the ones on the messages where they go, oh, you know, I've done a piston, blah, and I look at the messages and I go, well, 3 years ago you asked for an injector kit, what happened with that? Yeah, I didn't get round to it. Well, you know, funny that. As I said, there's always a reason. Anyway, I reckon I've yapped long enough. What was I going to yap about even more? Crack pistons, engines, only new ones, blah, blah, blah. Look, watch all the video, you get the picture. This is just another yapping video, and I'll just call it more cracked pistons, because we haven't got any more cracked pistons at the moment, so that's a good thing. So something must be working. All the cracked pistons must be all the people that I don't know and don't hear from outside of our community, and I guess you get that. So do you want to be in the circle of trust or outside the circle of trust? There you go. Catch you on the next one.